What's up, Gemini? Welcome to your July 2020 reading. This is going to be a general reading for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Please keep in mind that it's not going to resonate with all of you guys, so definitely check out your Moon, your Rising, or your Venus if you need some extra messages, okay? I'm going to get right into these cards. I don't want to lose anything. I had some really strong impressions when I was doing like a pre-shuffle for you guys. So interesting. Let's just kind of talk about what's a little bit of what's going on, because I think it'll help us break down the cards a little bit easier for this month. So as you know, there's all this planetary action. We just got done. We just had the eclipse, the Capricorn full moon eclipse that just happened, a few days ago, right? And for you guys, that's hitting hard in your 8th house, which would be the house of like transformation and death and sex and rebirth, right? It's Scorpio energy. What's interesting is when I was praying for you guys and I was doing your pre-shuffle, death card did fall out. So I was like, okay, okay. So I'm getting a sense of that. Also, we are in Cancer season. That hits hard on your 2nd house, so it has a lot to do with your career and finances, that type of thing, your value. So there might be a lot of emphasis in work. Last month when I was talking to you guys, we talked a lot about a risk needed to be taken because you guys had like a major opportunity in front of you, whether it was like relationships or work or whatever. And I see this is a month where I feel like a lot of you guys are making big decisions and moving forward on certain things. You do start out with the 6 of Swords card, which I love because for me, this feels like whatever it is that you're moving into, I think it's going to be a really good opportunity. I will say that. It feels like this could be work related. Some of you guys are actually physically moving your location, where you live, where you work, whatever. But I think you're really moving into some beautiful things. Now, major arcana cards, you have Judgment, the World, and the Moon, which is really interesting because you have Judgment and the World, which one after another in the major arcana lineup. Judgment card, I'm sorry, the World card is actually what is the unseen energy. So this is Saturn energy, right? Saturn, this is all about rules and all that, about order. Whenever we get the World card, we know that we've completely leveled up. It is the last card in the major arcana. It is all about your world looking different and you coming into a different place and a different understanding. It's about you, just triumphing and moving on to different things. Again, it follows the Judgment card, which actually, let's save that for a second. But this is a month where there's a lot of transformation going on. Again, I think that full moon was really powerful for you guys in terms of, just turning over a new leaf, the death, the transformation, walking into a new space, almost walking into a new life. Also, Mars is now in Aries, which for you guys has a lot to do with your 11th house energy, right? So having to do with friends, there might be some big shifts with your friends, your small community, even your aspirations and goals. It just feels like whatever it is that you guys are moving into, I don't know that you guys completely know the outcome or have it all planned out in your head of what it's going to exactly look like, right? Especially with that moon popping up here. But it feels like you guys are really boldly moving forward and taking that chance. So I do love that. Now, after that World card underneath it, at the bottom of the deck, you do have the Star card, which is all about hope and healing. It's about wishes coming true. It's a fulfillment card. It's also about being vulnerable and balanced. So this is all really, really good energy for you guys, okay? Now, you start out with 6 of Swords, Queen of Cups, and 7 of Cups, okay? So air and water energy to start. So again, for you guys, I think a lot of you guys are just moving into new opportunities. For some of you guys, this could be new relationships, right? This could be going into new love. This could be also interesting. Mercury is retrograde right now, and Mercury is your ruling planet, right? I find that in Mercury retrogrades, a lot of times what happens is people will kind of lean more opposite, like in an opposite direction of how they normally are. So let's say like if you're more of like a pragmatic and intellectual thinker and very logical and that's how you move, which air sign, Gemini, most likely, right? But you are very dualistic, so we'll get into that. But I feel like during these types of retrogrades, especially Mercury retrograde, what makes it so, what makes things so interesting or sometimes annoying is you don't necessarily feel like yourself. So like if you're more of a pragmatic thinker, you usually, I feel like those people usually lean a little bit more emotional during retrograde times and vice versa. So if you're more of an emotional thinker, then you're kind of more thinking very pragmatic. I think there's a lot that you guys are balancing in terms of mind and heart, right? And we talk about Six of Swords. Sixes are the perfect number of balance. Queen of Cups energy, she is very kind, very patient. This is someone who's super intuitive, right? So trusting your gut at this time, because I think you guys are getting a lot of nudges, and I think you guys are actually following the nudges, which is bringing you a lot of success and opening up different doors and a lot of different options. Now, sevens are all about that inner questing. It's very important whenever we see the Seven of Cups that we are being very clear. Because whenever I see a Seven of Cups pops up, it's almost an indication to me of like, okay, you need to cut through the clouds a little bit, right? Because although it can be options coming towards you, it can also be about illusion and like the confusion, right? Cutting through the clouds. So again, wherever you guys are headed, whether this is a work journey, which right when I say that, yes. Okay, hold on. Right when I say that, King of Pentacles pops out. So a lot of you guys, you might have new opportunities in terms of money this month, which I think is really, really good. This could be even about home ownership. This could be about just moving to a new place, a new house. This could be about connecting with an earth energy, right? Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But it's a very stable situation. So where you guys have felt a little bit confused and like maybe like you don't know what's going on, I don't know, I just feel like you guys are feeling very grounded, even though I'm telling you it feels like almost that thing where you're not quite sure where you're going or where it's going to end up, but you know it's going to be solid, you know it's going to be good. You guys have a different type of love, like confidence right now, which is really, really good. But also some of you guys might be dealing with or have dealt with an earth sign individual. Now, Eight of Cups is showing up here with this Queen of Cups, right? Eight of Cups is an energy about walking away. So you basically have two energies of walking away from something and into something else. Whenever we reach the Eight of Cups, this is, you know, it's like I've given it my fight. I've done all that I could. And this just isn't for me, and it's okay, like I can move on. There's something that a lot of you guys have had to move on from, and you know, I think for a lot of you guys, even though there is opportunity for love here, I do think that some of you guys are prioritizing you right now, which I think is very, very good. But also there is opportunity that some of you guys may be moving into a different situation. But for you guys, the challenge is the clarity of it all, right? Because we have the King of Swords, which is clarifying that Seven of Cups. And again, Seven of Cups, illusion, this is about cutting through, which the King of Swords does. He isn't like a whole lot of fluff. So some of you guys, I don't know, it just feels like maybe you're in a space you don't really know what you're doing, where you're going, but you know you're moving. Like, you know you're keeping it pushing. And you know that you're letting your feelings and your heart guide you rather than trying to think or justify you know, certain things just using your logic. Like there's a healthier balance right now of using your mind and your heart, and you know, but with that there needs to come a certain level of clarity. So I think you guys are working on that right now, but I think a lot of you guys are really, really moving into something really, really great. Again, some of you guys, this might be home ownership. Some of you guys, this might be, maybe you're just moving, you're renting a new place. Maybe this is you guys connecting with someone, and for some of you guys this is really great in terms of work opportunity. Now you got the Judgment card next, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. I do want to say you guys have two aces in this reading. Ace of Pentacles and Wands. For me, both of these are very connected to career. So this feels like this is more connected to career for you guys. Could be with anything, because Ace of Wands is about passion too, right? It's about attraction. It's about sex. It's about just something exciting that we're passionate about, we're connected to. It's fire energy. It could be something happening fast. But then you've got, on the opposite, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is all about the stability of something. It's about money. It's about the value. It's all of that. And again, with you know, you guys, you know, with us being in Cancer season, that is tapping on your second house, which is all about value. So whatever it is that you guys are moving towards, it's stable. It's going to be something that's still exciting for you, feels fresh for you, because right, that's one thing with Gemini is like we can get and I'm saying we because I'm a Gemini moon. We can get bored with just the rules and the, oh, you have to do it this way. It's like, no, I'm an air sign. Let me breathe. Shit. Let me breathe. So whatever this is, I think you guys are going to find yourself being in a really happy place. Now, what I want to say is the Judgment card is in your environment. Okay. Interesting. So there may be a second chance at something, right? Because Judgment card can talk about second chances. Judgment card for me is very much closely connected to Scorpio energy and Libra energy. Scorpio energy because you got the aspect of the death and then here's the rebirth, right? It's a second chance for something, a rejuvenation. And then the Libra aspect because a lot of times it has to do with making a call, making a decision. Now it's interesting that it's sitting next to the Two of Swords. So, and much like the World card, whenever we get the Judgment card, we know that life is not going to look the same. Whatever is getting cut out or put in or whatever, it's going to make a big impact in your life, right? You've got the angel Gabriel here, you know, tooting his trumpet and summoning basically a second chance for all these people who are in there coming out of their caskets, right? Seven of Wands. So, okay, this is connected again. For me, this is Scorpio, Libra energy, or maybe you guys are dealing with a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But it seems like someone might be coming back, rolling through, trying to stick up for themselves and get a second chance with you. This is someone who may be coming off very defensive, or maybe that's kind of how they always were in the past. Look, we've got the Lovers card. This could be an ex-lover. So in terms of, because I feel like much of this reading has to do with your career and something solid coming in with that. So absolutely focus on that. But in terms of love aspect, there is a chance that an ex, someone you were very closely connected to, in love with, whatever, Libra, Scorpio, or fire energy is coming back and asking for a second chance. Now, Two of Swords is that card of indecision, right? It's very much a, I don't know what I want. I don't know which truth I want. I don't know what to think. I'm kind of neglecting right now my feelings, right? Because I've got my back turned towards the water, which water represents the emotions. And I'm trying to think about it. Now, Six of Pentacles, the Fool. You know, I don't know. I just see, like, if there's anything that you're thinking of, like, especially in terms of, like, a past relationship, if there's something that's trying to come back around and get your attention, I kind of feel like you guys just want to do something new. Now, you've got the Six of Pentacles card that's clarifying this Two of Swords. And Six of Pentacles, again, six, perfect number of balance, but it is about the reciprocity, it is about the balance. And whenever you get the Six of Pentacles, it tells me a lot of times that maybe you were giving to a situation more than someone else was, or maybe someone else was giving to a situation more than you. Whatever it was, there was the issue of balance and trust there. And so this could have left you feeling like, I don't know what to do, but I really do feel like you guys are going towards something new. And again, for some of you guys, even if your ex does come back, it's not even, for some of you guys, I feel like it's not even like a major factor. Like, it's not even like, oh my God, girl, Josh called me and I don't know what to do. Like, some of you guys, I don't know. Some of you guys, I think you know. Some of you guys, I think there's a little bit of confusion here. But overall, I just feel a lot of new energy, again, especially with these two aces. Then you got the Moon, then you got the King of Swords again. So there's a lot this month about cutting out the unnecessary. Again, with that Aries being in your, being in Mars now, affecting, you know, that has a lot to do with your friends and your friend group. So you guys might be kind of shuffling that around. That could have a lot to do with that. Just people in your space that, you know, maybe there's no hard feelings or anything, but maybe it's just you guys have reached, I don't know, I just feel like you guys have reached a different place in your life where you're really understanding that, you know, not only does it matter what you eat and what you drink and how active you are, right, in terms of health, but it also matters who and what you share space with, what you pay attention to, what people you have around you, you know, what energies you allow close to you. All of that are big themes that are going to be kind of hitting for you guys in these next 6 months. Now, with the Ace of Pentacles, definitely opportunity for money coming in. Some of you guys might be getting some form of a raise or a payout or something like that. Also, this is a great start. Whatever this is, it's growing towards your abundance. Some of you guys, if this is a legal matter, it seems like it's going to work in your favor. You do have the Justice card clarifying this. Justice energy is Libra energy. I love that there's all this balance cards, right? 6 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, you know, kind of even the Judgment, the Justice. Things are balancing out. For a lot of you, we talked about this last month about you guys taking a leap. This is the leap coming into play, right? This is, maybe last month was like the decision of I'm going to move forward in this way. And this month, it feels like you guys are one step closer to making that a thing, right? We've got the World card as your unseen energy. Things are changing. Things are shifting for the better, right? Now, Ace of Wands here. Exciting new opportunities. We got that fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. 10 of Swords. This could also be talking about like, well, you know, one thing's for sure. Yeah. 2 of Cups. 8 of Swords. I do want to say, if you guys were kind of on the rocks with the situation, or a person in a relationship especially, there is opportunity for newness coming in once you put some of these things down, some of these swords down. And for me, this doesn't even feel like someone you recently broke up with. This feels like more letting go of certain aspects or certain disappointments of that relationship or that situation. Then it frees up the space for new things to come in that are just as exciting, but a little bit more solid. 10 of Swords is, it doesn't ever feel like present pain to me, right? Because I feel like when we get to the 10 of Swords, we've almost like been hurt so long, or like been through so much, and you're almost at the point of being numb, right? It is the end of that painful cycle. It's the end of that and the beginning of something new. So yeah, there's something that you guys are walking away from or kind of distancing yourself from. And as you do that, you're freeing up the space for these new opportunities to come in. Now, do we know exactly what they are? I'm not sure that you do. But I still feel like you guys feel bold and strong to do it, right? King of Swords energy, he's very smart. He's very strong. He doesn't really, not to say that he doesn't show fear. He's not fearful ever, right? Because he's still human, but he doesn't show it. He's actually very stoic on his face. This is your energy. This is about you taking what you know and applying it, right? You've got the butterflies on the throne. So this is a very evolved person. This is the person who's about the truth, about the communication, right? This 2 of Cups at the bottom right now, that is a lot to do with the love aspect of you guys. I don't know, this could just be like you guys moving away from someone who's toxic, or like finally putting something down, and then you've got something new exciting coming in. Queen of Wands is clarifying the Moon card. Queen of Wands energy, fire energy. She's very attractive. She's very seductive. She's very charming and fun. She's a great host. She's a go-getter. Some of you guys might be finding that you are walking into a space with a fire sign. You do have the 10 of Cups at the bottom here, which is that happiness, right? It's about family, it's about joy, it's about the coming together, it's the utmost emotional happiness, right? And there is that Ace of Wands here. So some of you guys might be connecting with a fire sign person, or someone who has a lot of fire in their chart coming up here on a romantic tip. But yeah, and it feels like this is something that's going to kind of hit you out of nowhere. Underneath that 10 of Cups, we've got the Tower card. Tower is sporadic. Tower is, it is quick, and it's like, where did that come from? It comes out of nowhere, right? But this is all dependent on whatever decisions you guys are making. Again, going back to what we were talking about last month in terms of like, you have a beautiful opportunity for something in front of you and this is a great time to jump. Once you get out of this energy of doing this Two of Pentacles back and forth vacillating, and you figure out exactly what it is you want to do and where you want to go, you don't have to know the outcome. Like, you don't have to know how things are going to happen for you. You know, that's what walking in faith is all about. Not, knowing what it is that you want, knowing the direction that you want, and being open to how it shows itself to you, being open to how universe provides that for you, right? And that's what a lot of this has to do with. So as you guys elevate and take that step and cut through what you know you need to, not knowing if it's going to be replaced or not, right? Because that's really not the point anyways. The point is you have things that you needed to drop, right? Just so you could feel like you could breathe and go into the next level. As you do that, that's when all these things open up for you. So what opens up for you? For a lot of you guys, this is a new life that's full of new opportunities with money. This is a new life that's full of opportunities with romance. You need to have that faith and just trust that source has your back, right? Love it. Now, you got 2 oracle cards that fell out. Face your financial fears and God is your source. Let's read them. When you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you in fact have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released self-doubts. Yes. I feel like you guys are really doing that this month. This is like you guys are really going for it this month. You guys are really taking the actual physical steps to move forward in something this month, and you're gonna feel so good and so powerful. Okay, this is on my card. Okay, God is your source. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. Loves it. And then I've got 2 romance angels cards, which are romantic feelings and calling in your soulmate. So your feelings are real and worth exploring, and your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. That's it. So you guys are on the right track. Keep pushing, keep going. Keep, trusting your intuition. Keep focusing on you, your value, your things, and everything is unfolding right there for you, okay? I love you guys. Please thumbs up and share and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, then you can reach out to me at shesvibeytarot@gmail.com. But please first go to my About tab. You can see my menu of services and pricing, and let me know if you would like a reading, okay? I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.